Hi, yeah, I'm George. I'm a PhD student at the University of Liverpool, but I'm more of a full-time nerd than anything else. So I think I'm pretty solid standing to tell you more about movie science versus real-life science. So before I begin, I'm earlier than I thought I would be, so feel free to go get more drinks, get more drunk, and you'll probably find this more funny. Sorry if I'm a bit nervous, never done this before, and it's a very big crowd. Uh, so basically, the story goes, whenever I'm watching a film, as a scientist, I can't help but judge it for the science that it is. And sometimes a movie science can be horrific. It's over-exaggerated, it's inaccurate, and it's downright annoying. So hopefully I'll be able to pass on some of this annoyance to you. So as a more general overview, my annoyance is, in real life, in my working day, I go into a lab, I set up a test. It takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I can go have a cup of tea, coffee, read a newspaper, do something else, come back and find out it's failed. Whereas in a movie, you get your sample, you load it onto the machine. You press the button, it takes about 3 seconds, does some noises, and you find out it's positive for every pathogen in the world. And my annoyance from this comes more from the fact that how the hell can they get something to work in 3 seconds and mine takes about 2 hours? It's more frustration than anything else. And I just want them to have to waste time. It's just not fair. And so, being May the 4th, it seems right that my first movie that I talk about is Star Wars. Where am I? Yeah, so most sci-fi you have to usually take with a lot of pinch of salt. But for me, I think the physics should be pretty much standard. So, in space, the TIE fighters should make no sound. There is no noise in space. However, it sounds exactly the same as in the Earth's atmosphere. So, via a physics standpoint, it should sound very different. Yep, so another issue is the firing of the weapons. Now, focus energy of that proportion would most likely blow you up, rather than actually blow up your opposition. So, it's probably not the best weapon to go for, but I don't know that much about physics. And if you didn't have the noise in space, and you didn't have the weapons, it would be a really dull film. You wouldn't go watch it, and we wouldn't be on our 8th film? Is it? Yeah, 8th film coming up. So, yeah. My next film is one of my personal favourites, Jurassic Park. I love it. However, the science is horrific. For those that don't know, it's clip version. Man builds park. Man makes dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are put into park, only females. Female become male. They shack up. Lots of mini dinosaurs. Shit goes down. This is done because the frog DNA they used to supplement the dinosaur DNA came from a frog that could change its sex from male to female. Now, this is a very complex process that requires multiple genes across loads of different loci, and the chances that they would get all those genes in the correct location to make this happen is very remote. Humans share 90% of the same DNA as frogs, not dinosaurs, don't know about that, and we can't change genders, and I think you'll agree this is a good thing, because I don't make an attractive female. Wait for the next bit. So my third film, which I watched today as research, was Die Another Day. So one of the Bond franchise, great film. Some of the lines are pretty horrific, but hey-ho. The premise of this is people are able to change what they look like using gene therapy. We use this fairly regularly now to try and combat some diseases, but it's difficult. Here, they've mastered it and managed to turn a Korean militant into a rich Caucasian male who has a flawless English accent. And it's how, they use something like this. They remove the bone marrow from the person and supplement it with DNA from a donor. Now, this technology is impressive. Clearly, it has something to do with this light. We need to get on board with this. And, in a modern day where everyone's striving for perfect body image and, image excellence, everyone would be queuing out the door for this. If I could look like either myself or Chris Hemsworth, I feel like there's an easy option. So, hopefully I've convinced you all about some of the annoyance of movie science. If I haven't and you found this pretty dull and boring, I apologise. Here's a rabbit with a pancake on his head. I'm going to go hit the bar now because this was terrifying and my legs are shaking. May the 4th be with you.